Most people think Africa's golden empires are lost entirely to time. Today, we're unlocking the hidden gates to a sacred, unhurried luxury sanctuary hidden right beside the ancient cliffside kingdom the world forgot. Welcome to Mapungubwe. This isn't just a destination, it's a portal, a place where the clock doesn't just slow down, it stops. Here, in the northernmost tip of South Africa, where three nations meet at the whisper of two rivers, lies the cradle of a civilization that traded gold with emperors while Europe was still in the Dark Ages. But today, we aren't just looking at ruins. We are entering a global sanctuary for wellness and intentional leisure, a place where the ultimate luxury isn't what you can buy, but the absolute silence you can finally hear. For centuries, the world was told a story that Africa had no history before the arrival of outsiders. But the red sands of Mapungubwe tell a different truth. 1,000 years ago, this was the center of the largest kingdom in the subcontinent. The name itself, Mapungubwe, means Hill of the Jackal. But for those who lived here, it was the Hill of Kings. This was the first class-based society in southern Africa. While the commoners lived in the lush valleys below, the elite, the sacral kings, lived atop that 300-meter sandstone fortress. They didn't just rule, they were believed to be the bridge between the people and the heavens. They were master goldsmiths. They forged the famous golden rhino, a symbol of leadership and power, hammering delicate sheets of gold over carved wood. They traded ivory for Persian carpets and Chinese porcelain. But then, around 1300 AD, they vanished. Some say the climate changed. Others say the trade routes shifted north to Great Zimbabwe. But the spiritual energy? That never left. For centuries, local communities kept this place a secret, protecting the sacred hill from those who wouldn't understand its power. It was only rediscovered by the outside world in 1932, and even then, its true glory was suppressed for decades. Today, we step into that silence. There is a protocol here, a tradition that has survived a millennium. When you enter the sacred space of the Hill of Kings, you do so in absolute silence. As you climb the narrow stone steps, carved directly into the rock, you feel the weight of the air change. This isn't just a hike, it's a transition. In the world of fast travel, we are taught to conquer landscapes. Here, the landscape conquers you. Intentional leisure starts with the breath. At the summit, you find the remnants of the royal palace. You see the holes bored into the rock for game boards, the foundations of huts where queens once sat. But more than the stones, you feel the stillness. This is the ultimate global sanctuary for wellness because it forces a confrontation with the self. Without the noise of the modern world, without the pings of a smartphone, you are left with the ancient echoes of a kingdom that understood something we've forgotten. That power comes from peace. If the hill is the spirit of Mapungubwe, the lodges are its soul. Luxury here isn't about gold-plated faucets, though the history of gold is everywhere. It's about space. It's about the hidden sanctuary of places where chalets are tucked away between massive sandstone boulders, mimicking the ancient architecture of the kingdom. This is the frontier of slow travel. Imagine waking up to the sound of an elephant trumpeting in the distance, not because you have a schedule to catch, but because you've chosen to exist in their time. Intentional leisure means spending 4 hours under a 500-year-old baobab tree with nothing but a journal. It means a silent safari where the vehicle's engine is cut and you sit for an hour watching the confluence of the rivers where South Africa, Botswana, and Zimbabwe meet in a shimmering haze. The wellness offerings here aren't just about massages. They are about grounding, walking barefoot on the ancient sands, breathing in the scent of wild sage. It is a sanctuary designed for the traveler who is tired of being a tourist and ready to be a guest of the earth. Why does Mapungubwe matter now, more than ever? Because we live in a world that is loud, fast, and often shallow. Mapungubwe is the antidote. It is a reminder that Africa's legacy isn't just in the past, it's in the way we choose to move through the world today. When you visit, you aren't just contributing to tourism, you are honoring a sacred history that was almost erased. You are supporting a model of travel that respects the land and the silence it requires. If you are looking for a place to find yourself, stop looking for the loudest city. Look for the quietest hill. Most people think Africa's golden empires are lost, but they aren't. They are waiting for those who are willing to listen. If you're ready to enter the sacred kingdom of gold in absolute silence, Mapungubwe is waiting for you. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the untold. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories of hidden sanctuaries and intentional travel. Until next time, stay still.